Isekai Anime is an anime theme of characters being transferred to another world, usually from a boring normal life to a very exciting one, in a parallel if not another dimension. Here are 10 animes that have the most views and have rocked the anime world in recent years. Number 1. Sword Art Online. While not really detached from the actual reality, this isekai series hit the anime world with a blast, with its first premiere in 2012. Sword Art Online, or SAO, is an anime with mixed reality and locked-in game plot, with many adventures that mostly revolve around the love story of Kirito and Asuna. The anime became a hit with anime lovers all over the globe. This anime series could not have been more talked about in the internet. Number 2. Overlord. The final hour of the MMO Yggdrasil has come. The game is finally done and is to shut down at a certain hour of the night. One powerful wizard and leader, Momonga, from the guild Ain's Old Gown, has stayed logged in until the last minute, reminiscing all the memories he has with his team and their game adventures. When the final hour hit, all the NPCs became alive and real, while Momonga was unable to lag out. This is now the start of a great adventure of a demon lord with overpowered stats that is just too much for all NPCs to handle. Number 3. The Rising of a Shield Hero. 4 heroes were summoned into the fantasy world. Each one is destined to carry one weapon, of which they had no way to choose which one to get. They are to avoid calamity from happening to that world. The sword, spear, and bow holders had no problems and in fact greatly respected, but not Naofumi Iwatani because he holds only the shield and regarded as the weakest of the group. He also ended up being set up by his comrades, which led to his label as a criminal and an outcast. With vengeance and strong will within him, he sets forth to become the strongest character in the anime. Number 4. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Soturu, a 37-year-old man, was killed in a robbing incident and was reincarnated in a fantasy world. Although he found himself to be the weakest kind of monster, a slime, he was lucky enough to wake up in a cave where a dragon was locked up. Rimuru Tempest became his name, and he befriended the dragon, which he swallowed, granting him skills that are too OP. He went out of the cave with a great aura and strategy that led him to be the ruler of the monster kingdom. This is an amazing anime that shows how one tiny and weak creature conquers the whole fantasy world. Number 5. Log Horizon. This anime is almost similar to Sword Art Online, but involves many Japanese players locked up in the game after the game update. The story focuses on the adventure of a strategy master wizard, Shiro, and his team as they investigate what had happened and survive in the game at the same time. Although the main is not that strong, he is a very awkward but wise strategist that brings his team to a winning position each time they engage in a battle. Number 6. Gate. A combination of modern Japan military age and fantasy is joined by a gate. A Japanese self-defense force soldier, Yoji Itami from Tokyo, while enjoying his otaku time, was disturbed by a gate that opened and many soldiers from the medieval times came out to attack the modern-day Japan. Itami now has the job of investigating the mystery of the other world beyond the gate. There, he is met with magic, dragons, sword, and elves. Number 7. Ascendance of a Bookworm. Matosu Urano, a recently licensed librarian who died in an earthquake, was reincarnated into another world as a 5-year-old sickly girl. She is extremely obsessed with books and has modern advanced knowledge that is not even available in the world she was reincarnated in. She enjoys a life filled with success as she applies all the knowledge she has and becomes pioneer in many advanced and modern inventions she introduced in the world she is in. Number 8. The Eighth Son? Are you kidding me? Shingo Ichinomiya, a 25-year-old guy, fell asleep, then wakes up as a little boy from a noble family. Later, he learned that his nobility is far cry from being a noble. Apart from being in the lowest class of nobles, he is also the last and eighth son, which only tells how unfortunate he is. This anime is all good fortunes as he climbs up the ladder into a well-respected and powerful individual due to his magic affinity. Number 9. In Another World with My Smartphone. The god in this anime accidentally killed Toyo Mochizuki. As an act of apology, he is allowed to be reborn in a fantasy world. With one wish as a consolation, Toyo requested that he be allowed to bring his smartphone, which he used to do many impossible things in the world where he was reincarnated. This anime also revolved around many success story of Toya, since he basically has cheat in everything since he can use his phone fully functionally and his world is quite outdated. Number 10. Wise Man's Grandchild. So much for OP anime main. Shin, after he died from road accident, was reincarnated into another world as a baby. He was found and raised by a legendary sage Merlin, and was given all advantages to become the most OP character in the story. He has OP stats that sets him apart from the rest, while also being guided and tutored by his grandpa and grandma, who are both epic during their time.